Hello, my name is Brianna Tankersley, and I'm going to be demonstrating Analyzer 1 preparation, and this is in preparation for night shift. So this applies to all of our evening shift techs. So at the completion of the step-by-step daily analyzer preparation guide and using the instrument and laboratory manuals, the technologist will be able to accurately identify, check, and restock all required reagents and consumables for Analyzer 1 without missing any required items. They will also be able to correctly initiate the manual and automated daily maintenance with 100% compliance to perform all the steps in the correct sequence. Now I have Objective 1 and Objective 2 listed here, and then the main bullets for each of those, just as a guideline to be able to refer back to. And then also, just a side note, when doing this, we should be putting our dates and initials, like the open date and the initials on every single consumable, reagent, anything that we would use like normal on all shifts. So for Objective 1, we have Step 1 is going to be placing the instrument into standby. Step 2 is going to be loading reagents and dumping reagents. And then Step 3 will be checking our consumables. I'm only briefly going to touch on consumables because we do that all during the day. So for standby, we're going to place the instrument into standby. To do that, we're going to click stop, yes, and yes. Now the instrument will put itself into standby. When you're loading and unloading reagents, you want to make sure the instrument is in standby because that is the only way that it'll allow you to dump things. So in the top left right here, it shows it's in standby, and we are clicked into reagents. The column that we want to focus on is this remaining test, and we just want to make sure that any of our high volume test has 150 or more remaining, or we want to add more reagents. So for example, this albumin only had 79 and we added another pack. As you're going down, you're also looking at low volume test, and if it has around 10 or less, you want to add an extra reagent pack for that. And we do this so that we can QC those packs for the next 24 hours. That way, if one runs out and we go into the next one, that it has already been QC'd and day shift doesn't have to worry about that. Over here in this far column is the expiration date, and as long as it doesn't say 1, meaning it only has 1 day until expiration, then we are good. If it has 1 day, then we're going to need to dump that reagent and add a new one. There is a button right here that lets you toggle to the E side, and then you're going to do the same thing for the E side of the analyzer, and you're going to check into the remaining and load anything that needs to be loaded. Same with expiration date on the far right. You're just going to make sure that there's not anything expiring. So now to dump reagents. So say you have something expiring, you're going to go to cassette unloading, and then dump and execute. So whatever was highlighted, you're going to click cassette unloading, dump, execute. Yes, I want to, and it'll show you in the top left that it is dumping the reagent, and you would just repeat that process for each one you wanted to dump. So for consumables, you have the top ones up here. I like for this to be at the barcode or above, or I'll replace it. And then on this one, I like it to be at the barcode or above, or I will replace it. Those are the C side ones that you will want to replace on standby. These are the E side reagent, or the E side consumables, I'm sorry. And these we already replace anytime during the day when the instrument tells us to. So for Objective 2, Step 1 is going to be your manual maintenance. And first we want to put it into manual maintenance mode. So we'll go to Utilities and then Maintenance. And then number 29 is manual cleaning. Click select and then execute. And then that just lets the instrument, it lets us move the probes around in the instrument. So we want to clean probe number 1, 2, 3, and 4 with alcohol, and then plates 1, 2, and 3 with alcohol. And when you clean it, you're just going to do this straight down. Be careful not to bend it. And then you just want to clean off these plates with the alcohol pad as well. Next, you're going to take your DI water gauze and you're going to clean each of these metal pieces and just swipe down on them. Now, when you put this metal piece apparatus back on, you want to make sure that it is lined up correctly. And we do have a guide marked with 2 lines to make sure that it is lined up correctly. So as soon as you get it screwed back on, just make sure that those lines are matching from the top piece to bottom piece. Now that is it for the manual maintenance on the C side, and so this is going to be the E side manual maintenance. Going to open it. Now there are 5 probes you're going to clean with alcohol, and then 1 that gets DI water gauze. You've got your front zipper probes, and then your back dispenser and zipper probe. And you're just going to go down just like on the C side, the very bottom. Be gentle. Then you're going to take your DI water gauze and clean this probe, and this probe gets no alcohol, and we do have a nice sign so that you can remember. After you've cleaned that one with the DI water gauze, you can go over the other 5 probes that you did with alcohol, just kind of behind yourself and clean with the DI water gauze for the E side. And then we can move on to automated maintenance. So we're going to stop the manual maintenance mode by clicking stop, and then yes, and yes, and it is back in standby. So we can start the automated maintenance. To do that, we're going to click start, and then startup pipe settings, click change. On the drop down, we're going to go to daily pipe, and then click OK. And then you click start. And at this point, you have done it. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation.